first step in this process is to make sure you're in the right place. And we have sent out the materials with the links for our legislative ask, but if you can't find those or don't have those, you can go to biav.net and then get involved and then advocacy. And that takes you to the correct page. Thank you, Kathy. And on that page, it walks through each of the 3 of our legislative asks. The first one is workforce retention. And that is exactly what it sounds like. We need money to help pay our staff a good wage, a fair wage, and we're not included in the state's COLA. So this is important. This is how we give raises and make sure that you all are paid well. So the first step is just to click on that blue square, brain injury service workforce retention, and the directions are right there. So with BIAV's new platform, they have made it so easy. We don't have to look up our legislators anymore like we had to in the past and find them and then find their email addresses. Once you put in your information here, it automatically sends it to the right people. So it automatically goes to the legislators in your area based on your area code, which is wonderful. So you see here, the ask is right here in the message body. It's already typed out for you. It's already there. You don't have to really add a lot if you don't want to, but it's also a great place to tell your story. Tell why this is important to you. For our staff, I feel like we know why that's important to us because that's how we get raises and stay competitive. So you'll see about halfway down, it says, insert your comments here. Tell why it's important. Include some of your story of your loved one. And you can just delete that part out very easily, like Chelsea's doing. Some people have already gotten their blurb typed up in a Word document, and then you can just paste that in like Chelsea does. So there's her why. You can see that it's not long. It doesn't have to be, all the ins and outs and details of everything, but just why it's important to her. So she's going to copy that and plug that in to that platform. And it was that easy. So then she's going to fill in her information here. And you can see that the prefix, first name, last name, and email all have the asterisk. They're all required. So make sure that you put those in. And you don't have to sign up for text alerts. That's fine. It's your choice. Phone number is optional. Street address is required and your zip code because it needs to know where you live. So it knows what legislators to send your email to. And then you can either sign up for yes, send me email updates or remember me. The remember me is important because if you check that, when we go to the next box, your information will already be there. You won't have to type that in again. So that's important. And just hit send message. And it was that easy. This has really taken all the guesswork out and it's just right there. All you have to do is click on the box. Our next one is strengthen and expand brain injury safety net services. And that allows us to identify places that we may need additional programs, additional services. things like our BHT program, different programs like that we've been able to add through this strengthening money. It is the same process. You'll see the box there, the message body. It already has the blurb in there. It also has insert your comments here and tell us why that's important. So again, you can just plug that in there. Easy peasy. Enter your information and hit send. Advocacy has never been easier than it is right now. And for that, I'm very thankful because our voices are powerful and they need to be heard. So the last one is brain injury data modernization. And that's just really to help us find a data platform that meets our needs. Most of us on this call know BI First is outdated and really doesn't provide us with the data that we need. So it's important that we update our client-based system and really find a system that works. And that takes a lot of money. So that is what this ask is for. Again, everything you need is already there. The message body, the same. The ask is already in there, and it just asks that you insert why that's important to you. And then again, enter your information. It should be there. If you hit remember me, you shouldn't even have to enter that, and then send message. So you see how quickly we walk through all three of those. It literally just takes a minute to do that. But it's so important. It's important to us, our staff, our agency, our clients, all these things just better who we are and better our services that we're able to provide.